Hi, my name is Kevin Donan. I'm owner of As the Record Turns here in Hollywood, California. And I got into this business of collecting records, I guess when I was a kid. I used to walk in Flint, Michigan to a church, and along the way there was a store that played the latest hits of the 60s, and just hearing the Beatles and James Brown and Ray Charles, I wanted to just walk in this store, but you had to have money because people looked at you, you're a kid, you can't have, touch anything. So I had, $2 or $3, and I saw this big display, and it had the hits of the week and the latest of this and that, and so I was brave enough to have my chin high enough at the counter and say, can I hear number one, number two on the list? And it was the Beatles and James Brown, and apparently I was able to have enough money, $1.50, and buy the two singles, and I polished them up, kept them in the plastic, and that's what I did. My favorite albums are pretty much 70s and 60s artists. Two come to mind is Jimi Hendrix, basically, Hendrix here. This is the European cover, and this is the American cover. The first album release of Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced. My attachment to this is that I thought that the music was ahead of its time, and the other attachment that I have to it was that later on the drummer for Jimi Hendrix was Buddy Miles, and so my band played a lot of Buddy Miles songs and things like that, and the tail end of that story is that I became a drummer for Buddy Miles for a couple of weeks when I came to California. I'm going to play for you now one of my favorite albums, which is Jimi Hendrix, Are You Experienced? It's got a lot of great hits on here, and this is one of my favorites. So this is our rock and roll wall. I mean, it's the high profile of everybody that's been in the business, pretty much from Elvis to the Rolling Stones, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, to the greats of today, Motorhead and Iron Maiden and Blind Faith and the Beach Boys and Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley. It's our rock wall, and we have about 6,000 to 7,000 original records here, and then we have R&B, which consists of everybody from Smokey Robinson and Miracle, Sam Cooke, and the Jackson 5, a lot of great doo-wop artists of the past, Ike and Tina Turner. And here's Dr. Dre and I at the board, on one of his productions that we did for The Chronic. And here's some of the accolades. We've got about 40 of these in boxes, but we're just, cruising along. Here's Tribe Called Quest, Madonna. Yeah, so there's a lot of pride in our stores. We have a lot of acetates and test pressings that we hold to ourselves and cherish. And so one day this guy walks in and he's saying that, am I Kevin Donan? I said yes, and he wanted to have me find some specific ideas for his album, and he introduced himself as Andre Young. For a couple of months I'm just giving this guy ideas and different opportunities to hear music and playing 45s over the phone, and what it became was this Andre Young was Dr. Dre, and so for about 2 months there was so much music, and then just having different ideas, it made what I believe is one of the largest albums of that genre